are coming back as a centre force, and it's interesting today, probably four of the best centres in South Africa opposing each other. The Free State side also showing one force change. Number 3, Dougie Heyman's coming in for the injured Roelof Visagie, who injured his hand in the intervarsity game last week against Potchefstroom. But otherwise, the same other 14 players who accounted for Transvaal and showed such incredible form in the last 15 minutes of that game. This game in the Currie Cup, vital for both sides. Natal, who have never won the Currie Cup. Natal, the last time they came desperately close was in 1956, when they lost 9 points to 8 in Durban against Northern Transvaal. And Free State, in the history of the Currie Cup, which dates back to the 19th century rather, they have just won it once in 1976, when they were triumphant in the Currie Cup final. But there a lot of Natal supporters who have bussed up from Durban, and the rugby fever, as we well know, in Durban is absolutely fantastic, and Natal really in with a very good chance of making the Currie Cup final. They have still to play Northern Transvaal away. They have to play Northern Free State, which should be a relatively easy game, but they tend to struggle down in Welkom. Next week they play Transvaal at home, and of course Free State can't afford to lose a game if they're going to have any hope of making the Currie Cup final. The top two sides, there's no Currie Cup semi-final this year. The top two sides in the log go through to the final, and Free State have also a very difficult fixture here at home against Northern Transvaal later in the season. That's on the 8th of September. But certainly for them, it's a vital crunch. Natal can afford to lose a game, but obviously with the Currie Cup as it is, a shortish program in terms of dropping points, as the Natal side taking the field, led by their fiery little captain, Craig Jamison, who's played over 90 games now for Natal. Certainly one of the features of the Free State Stadium is this banners, all these banners that the players have to come through. Frans Cronje just coming on behind his captain, Puerto Himan. The Cronje family who are making big inroads into Free State sport, into Bloemfontein. Frans Cronje's father, Iewie Cronje, who is president of the Free State Cricket Union, and 21-year-old brother Hans, who has just been appointed captain of the Free State cricket side for the season. Gavin, a game in which last time they were out here in the Lion Cup on the 30th of June, Natal had an absolutely fantastic day, 42 points to 6. Do you think we can see that again?
Well, words of wisdom there from you, Bladen, and there's no question about the importance of this match for Orange Free State today. They face a highly motivated and a very confident Natal team who've had a glorious season. Their forwards have laid the necessary foundation for them. Their backs have shown that they've been able to run straight and to run hard. And I think one of the highlights, certainly for me this afternoon, will probably be the two centre combinations opposing each other. A good friend of mine, Jeff Huber, has always said that it's important for centres to run straight, and these four centres are probably some of the straightest running centres in the country. But Natal, Free State, with very little possession perhaps today, are going to have to do everything they can as Henry Honeyball starts the match.
Nicely taken by Place Visagie for Natal, playing from left to right. Jamison, Stransky, just making absolutely sure of his touch.
First line out, please. Get on side. Get the meter apart. First line out. Get back. Uncount us, please.
Guy Kibble. That's the Australian hooker, Tommy Lawton, who's lent so much weight to the Natal pack. Nicely cleaned up there by Johan Steiger. Cronje also in. 3, feeding Honeyball. A difficult one as Skeepers goes up very quickly. Skeepers almost gathers it in. This is Val Bartman with the counter-attack, so good on the drive. A hack ahead there by big Guy Kibble, but just getting a foot in there. The referee very quick to blow him up.
Can't kick him. Okay.
I think that was totally unintentional from Guy Kibble there. I don't think he could believe his luck that he was right in the middle of things, and there was the ball in front of him, and took a fly hack at it, but perhaps just kicked Andre Hubert on his calf there. We see him coming through there, and Well, Guy Kebbel perhaps can be forgiven for that. I'm sure he was going for the ball on that occasion.
Well, I can tell you, Gavin, in 1969, I was at Murrayfield, and Colin Meads came storming through the line-out and did almost that to the Scottish fly half, Chisholm, and in fact got his marching orders. Wasn't a great moment for the great pine tree.
Well, certainly Freek Burger has shown that discipline is not lacking in his game of refereeing, and I'm sure that if he felt it was necessary, he would have sent Guy Kebbel off the field, which he has done to certain players this season, but in any event has given Free State an opportunity to start with a penalty. Andre Joubert inside his own half, but he's certainly had the distance in the past from this particular distance, just inside his own half. Perhaps it's just accuracy that's needed here.
Andre Joubert, who against Western Province kicked a ball from 14 metres inside his own half. This is going well, it's over. Well, that was Andre Joubert's 54th point this season, and last year, 1989, he set up a Free State record. He's got some way to go to catch that number of 183 points that he scored last year. Stransky with the restart. Muller, slightly unfamiliar position of wing for Helgaat Muller, but he's turned out to get some big cheer from the Free State faithfuls, and he is a great favourite here. The man who won his Springbok cap by being a substitute just for about 7 minutes in the test match. Stuart Landman, Jamison, under a lot of pressure from the Free State forwards. Blakeway, who's a very hard worker in the tight loose. Natal controlling the ball well. This is where they do their driving so well, and it'll be interesting to see whether Grant Ross can emulate Steve Atherton. Provide that drive that Val Bartman has done so well at
wait for the ball, wait for the ball and come closer.
Rudy Visagie, the big Springbok lock.
Get back, Natal, okay.
Very quick to clear that ball with Stompie Fourie, but the referee unhappy with the way it came out.
Wait for the ball.
Jamison just has time to look up. A lot of pressure from Fourie. Well taken there by Ross. Laying it back in typical New Zealand fashion. This is Thompson Muir. Honeyball went in with the tackle, so did Cronje. But rather it was Andre Kluter who went in with the tackle. Quickly onto it was Jamison. Stransky trying to find an opening inside to Bartman again. Continuing the drive, tackle by Cronje.
On the ground, playing the ball.
Quite clear from Mr. Freek Burger. And the kick's been given to Henry Honeyball, who's more powerful with the right foot right up against the touchline.
Very little angle there for Henry Honeyball, and if we have a look at this line out, we'll see that Andre Kluter is probably going to be used in the middle of the line out again. This is a ploy that Free State have utilized in the past, and certainly to lend the support to Nico van der Walt and Stuart Landman, they regularly move him around in the line out, bring him to jumping at number 4 and number 5, and well, he's no stranger to the position of lock, is Andre Kluter, and has one valuable ball for them in the past, and I think it's from a Free State point of view a very important tactic for them to try and get some sort of domination in the line-outs, because certainly from broken play, Free State Natal have shown that they don't have an equal this season outside of Northern Transvaal, and that's one area where perhaps Free State are not going to get as much ball as they hope.
Well, that's the one man who's provided that drive, Val Bartman, the Springbok flanker. Nicely taken there by Kluter. Good support from Steiger. Farid feeding the short side as Brendan Fenter it was who went on the short side, reading the play well. Difficult up and under here for Penrose. Nicely taken.
Benson.
I think the Natal players rather thought that Neil Penrose had been awarded the fair catch, but the referee deciding that he wasn't quite steady, and so the line out just outside the Natal 22. Rudi Visagie jumping at 4 today. Normally the position taken up by Atherton. Free State doing well with the taps in the line out. 3 getting it back there to Chies van Tonda.
Offside line.
Well, the referee didn't indicate verbally there, but he did signal that the Natal were offside at the ruck.
I know there's some people that are close to the Orange Free State camp who are a little bit worried about certain members of their team who apparently picked up a stomach bug last evening after a plate of lasagna, and a bit worried that they're going to be able to last the game. Of course, dehydration can set in, and that's not too comfortable on a rugby field towards the end of the match.
Andre Yabert. Well, do you need a better view than that? Well, in winning that penalty, it was the good play by the Free State forwards as they drove away from the line out. The tap came from Andre Kluter, and Johan Steger, who's been prominent in gathering the ball in from those taps at the line out, taking the play forward and just causing Natal to be offside. Too far by Stransky. Well, Natal just looking a little bit complacent.
Let's wait for the ball. Wait for the ball now. Let's wait for the ball. Wait.
Of course,
Break up.
Met,
Just break up.
Free State at Kings Park in a game which one really won't remember for a long time, when they won 18 points to 9 in the Currie Cup. But then the Lion Cup game, the quarter-final it was a memorable affair with Natal in full cry. Penrose cleaning up. Well, this Free State pack mustn't be underrated. It's a big pack of forwards, and they certainly a very experienced side as well. Beautifully taken by Stuart Landman. Referee indicating that it wasn't straight. Luet Muller scrumming against Steger there, who's been a power tight head for Natal. Policeman from Pietermaritzburg. Yabert. And a good touch finder by Andre Yabert. Had a little bit of a slump in form in the middle of the season, but seems to be finding his feet again. Landman taking it nicely at the front. Good timing with his hooker, Frans Cronje. Honeyball gets over the advantage line. Very well does Schippers. Picked up there by Brendan Fenter. Did well to win second phase for Free State. This is Helgat Muller. He's got Yabert on the outside. He's well tackled by Jeremy Thompson. Good support from Frans Cronje, but an infringement. A neat clearing up by the Natal halfbacks.
Well, lovely protection there for Craig Jamieson from his forwards, and just giving Joel Stransky the room to move in there. And well, Craig Jamieson, he's had a very good season for Natal, feeding unbelievable passes to Joel Stransky, bringing his backs into contention. And I think it'll be a highlight of today's play, perhaps the competition between the two sets of backs.
Kluter just winning the ball at the back of the line out for Free State, but Natal coming away with it. Bartman taking it on Jamison. And that's a good kick by Craig Jamison. Interesting to see how Natal have changed their game plan a little bit. Certainly this year with the unfamiliar situation of having a powerful pack of forwards, and Jamison therefore able to control things down the touchlines. But so far they're not winning too much clean line-out ball. Picked up by Kibble. Support from Bartman. Blakeway's now got his hands on it. This is a good driving, rolling maul. They get it to Jamison, Stransky, Thompson. Nice little handling there by Thompson as Dick Muir couldn't quite get himself into the open spaces. Penrose is back for it, beautifully picked up. A lot of pressure from the fullback, Andre Yubert. Nicely played by Stompie Fourie, getting it out to Puerto Himan. He's got Helfat Miller ranging up on the outside, but the cover defence is there. Inside to Kluter, well tackled by Andrew Aitken. Now the Free Staters must drive in and get this ball back quickly, but I think Natal have tied it up. Well, it looked so ominous for Natal when they were doing well on the attack there, as Jeremy Thompson just couldn't find Dick Muir in an open space. But certainly a very good counter-attack, and it was Andre Yubert who got onto Neil Penrose, read the play well and got onto Penrose so quickly. We're going to have a little bit of a hold-up on the right-hand side of your screen there, the injury to Guy Kibble.
Well, that was beautiful pressure defending there by Orange Free State, close to their line. Centres at Brendan Fenter and Evan Skippers quickly up onto Dick Muir and Jeremy Thompson, giving them no room to move in. And I think also some lovely support play there by the Orange Free State players ranging down, and ultimately Andre Kluti going to ground.
So this good attacking ball for Free State. Henry Honeyball, the fly half his line, rather flat. Will it be him who takes them over the advantage line? He's very good at doing that. It's great success with it against Transvaal. Fourie on the double around. The referee blowing for the high tackle. Well, Faurie's not the tallest man around, and not often that you see a scrum half doubling around his fly half like that, but as he was going through the gap, there we see Honeyball just feeding Fourie, and you see how he's reasonably low. Stransky was really committed to the tackle. Difficult for him to go low in that position, but certainly a penalisable offence. Third chance for Andre Yubert, 2 out of 2 so far. This to make it 9 points to 0, and it's true. Well, it's going to take a little bit of motivation and stern talking from Craig Jamison, I feel, at this stage to try and get Natal going, but Free State certainly controlling the game very well, and they don't need that. And Joel Stransky, obviously a little bit... It's actually an embarrassing thing for a fly half, that, Gavin, isn't it?
Well, we've seen that happen before, and perhaps, you know, for a player of that caliber, he should not be kicking the ball over the touchline like that. But he's annoyed with himself, as we saw there, and well, they do need to settle down. They look very, very unsettled, this Natal side, and as you said, Huey, I think Craig Jamison's got to do a bit of talking to his side. Maybe they need some points on the board, really, to get them going again.
Joel Stransky taking that one very quickly, but makes a bit of a hash of the drop kick. Yubert. A pounding punt by Andre Yubert. He's certainly timing his kick sweetly today. Not a great deal of backline play from either side at the moment as the forwards sort each other out. Tommy Lawton with the throw, finding Fisaki. Jamison doing well to get it back to Stransky, but the Free State loose forwards are right up in the thick of things there. Landman just getting the tap back to Stompie Fourie, and he avoiding the tackles well. Stransky over for a good cover defense. The referee's spotted an infringement.
Well, in effect, it was a late tackle there on Stompie Fourie. Just as he kicked the ball, one of the Natal players ran into him, and he's gone fairly heavily to ground. And I think it is referee Berger's intention to give a penalty, which he's just done, and once again in a very kickable position for Andre Hubert.
Well, Rudi Visagie it was who was getting a stern talking to by the referee.
Well, yeah, we see the situation with a little chip there by Stompie Fourie. Perhaps Rudi Visagie a little unluckily jumping up there to try and block that ball, and well, he's a big man and Stompie Fourie's a little man, and I suppose in a situation like that the little man is going to fall quite hard. But Stompie Fourie is back on his feet again, and Andre Hubert will be who with the penalty kick from his favourite side of the field.
Certainly in that situation I don't think there was any intent by Rudi Visagie there. It was just one of those unfortunate incidents. But success with this penalty for Free State would certainly give Natal an uphill battle in getting back into the game. Andre Hubert, I think, just possibly a little bit overconfident there as he came off that ball.
Something you've always advocated, Hugh Bladen, and that is to keep your head down when you kick, and I think Andre's just lifted his head at the vital minute then.
This is a self-same Hubert. Now Tommy Lawton, a slightly unfamiliar situation with Visagie jumping at 4 and with Grant Ross at 2. Stransky just to gain some ground, and a good one it is. Charles Stransky, who's gone to the top of the Currie Cup's point scoring log with 112 points this season. Only one try in that 112 points and one drop, so the rest coming from conversions and penalties. Val Bartman behind Rudi Visagie. Good jump there by Andre Kluter. So useful in the line out is this tall Free State man. Good counter drive by Natal. Jamison came out so quickly, he just caught a little bit unawares, but offside. Franz Clunier it was who was trapped there, and I'm sure that Craig Jamison will ask his fly half to go for poles. "20 minutes gone in the first half, and Free State leading by 3 penalties to 0, and this first opportunity for Joel Stransky.
Well, there's Jamison fumbling to pick the ball up, and Franz Conria coming from the blind side, and as indicated by referee Berger, from an offside position.
See how late the bent grass has come through. Not really making an awful lot of difference to this bone-hard Free State Stadium. I can tell you that this ground is not soft. A perfect view. Again, I think Joel Stransky just not following through quite enough on that kick.
As 20 minute verstreke in hierdie wedstryd, die Vrystaat voor met 9 punte teenoor 0, 'n handige voorsprong. Speel ook teen so effens 'n windjie wat die waai. Die Natalers wat baie foute maak. Penrose na die inskop. Elgard Miller hou hom binne spel. Blykwy wat hom agterna sit, hy steeds binnekant sy kwartgebied. Joubert bietjie onorthodox. En Joubert se skop ook nie in die kol nie. Die Natalers wat in hierdie eerste 20 minute heel wat foute gemaak het. So lyk die tellings elders in die land, in Port Elizabeth, Oostelike provinsie en Transvaal in 'n gelykopstryd gewikkel. Westelike provinsie net voor teen Noord-Vrystaat in die Kaap. Lawton met die ingooi. Cheese van Tonner, oud Transvaaler, afgeneem daardeur Blykwy. Dis 'n sterk flank hierdie. Vrystaatse verdediging wat beproef word net binnekant hulle kwartgebied. Natal met hierdie dryfspel baie gevaarlik. Jamieson kom hy langs die kant, die agterlyn af. Thompson in die hande van Tony Watson en hy kom sy 3. Nou ja, hierdie regtervleuel van Natal, Watson, hy verjaar volgende Saterdag, dan sy 25. Reeds 44 3 vir Natal gedruk. Hou die 3 rekord vir die Natalers. By daardie lyn staan dit begin. Vrystaat wat besit gehad het, buitekant hulle kwartgebied. Van Tonner wat dit daar verloor, toe 2 Natalers hom beet kry. Blykwy wat baie sterk vorder as Hannibal en Landman hom neertrek. Versaghi wat verder voer. Jameson haal uit. Stransky, Muir, Thompson en Watson moet net afrond. Ja, Stransky, flussies met 'n strafskoppoging van feitelik dieselfde merkie. Het hy nie kon slaag nie. Hy het seker baie geleer van daardie skop. Die hoek feitelik dieselfde, die afstand feitelik dieselfde. Kan hy hierdie keer omdat inkrul vir 2 punte. Hy toets die wind so bietjie. En as 'n belangrike skop. Want die punteverskil is 5 in hierdie stadium. Ja, uit hierdie keer het hy nou weer om te veel gehak. En dit is dan 23 minute verstreke in hierdie helfte. Die Vrystaat voor met 9-4 en in hierdie stadium. Kom ons kyk net hoe lyk hy van agteraf. Van Tonner wat hom daar het. Ongelukkig nie vir hom besit kan behou nie. Blykwy wat sterk dryf voordat Hannibal en Landman hom stuit. Versaghi wat verder voer. Steiger wat hom goed neergetrek het, maar dan kom hy langs die Natalse agterlyn af. Die Vrystaat wat so bietjie ontbrug was agter met daardie dryfspel. En Tony Watson het 'n oop paadjie doellyn toe. Na die afskop, die Natalers wat hom in die hande kry en die bal word uitgeskop net binne Natal se halfgebied.
Christo, interessant daar. As dit man vir man verdediging was, dan kon Vrystaat daardie beweging gestop het. Maar hulle het binne toe getackle, verdedig en dit het gemaak dat Natal die oop kans aan die buitekant gekry het.
So lyk dit Vrystaat wat baie sukses het, 71% in die stadium in die lyn staan en Natal minder suksesvol. Hannibal, Ewen Skeepers, baie bedreiglik, maar Eiken gaan hom stuit. In sy spore, Cronje teruggeval, Pote Himan maak vas, 10 stippellyn van Vrystaat. Natal baie sterk in hierdie dryfspel. Himan het uitgehaal. Andre Joubert is by hom. Dis 'n lelike een hierdie vir die verdedigende span Natal. Watson is onder hom, misreken hom so 'n bietjie. Penrose kry hom gelukkig gespring en hy's 'n vinnige man hierdie. Skeepers wat gaan dek aan die oorkant. Penrose kom baie vinnig deur. Gly Evans en hy's in die moeilikheid met 3 Natalers by hom. En Natal het baie verveld gewen. Natal wat beslis nou meer terugkom in die wedstryd, Sakkie. Hulle was in die begin so bietjie asof hulle nie heeltemal aan die gang kon kom nie. Vrystaat wat daar die eerste 20 minute veral gedomeineer het, maar Natal wat beslis nou meer terugkom in die prentjie.
Ja, definitief. Natal het heel wat foute ook gemaak met hulle afskoppe daar in die begin. En jy weet, elke keer dan verloor hulle balbesit daardeur. Maar hulle is definitief besig om terug te kom in die spel in.
Iman, Pote Iman, die Vrystaatse 8ste man en kaptein wat hier begin dryf en dan is Rudy Versaghi wat hom daar stuit. Dis moontlik 'n harde stamp hier in die maag gewees. Natalers wat gelukkig kan wees dat daardie bal reguit in Penrose se hande gespring het. Hy plaas hom daar in 'n kolletjie waar Eben Skeepers moet terugval. Skeepers wat hom in die hande kry, maar dan effens gly en Thompson, Watson en Penrose is daar by hom om hom vas te vat.
Elgard Miller het die druk pragtig daar toegepas. As die bal teruggespring het, dan was daar lelike probleme vir Natal daar gewees.
Hy kan met oorstuur, Kebbel het afgeskil. Dis waar Natal baie gevaarlik is. Aiken en prominent. Hulle wen baie verveld. Rudy Visagie ook daar. En die Vrystaat het nie 'n antwoord in hierdie stadium vir daardie dryfspel nie.
Ja, dis letterlik, hulle kan onder 'n kombers toegemaak word soos die Natal voorspelers saam vorentoe gaan. Hulle speel ook na die bal toe, die dryfspel, en dit maak dat dit moeilik is om hulle te stop.
Is die kwartlyn van die Vrystaat in beeld. Met ander woorde, Natal is sterk op die aanval. Landman, Jongslot, baie goed gespring. Fourie, nou André Joubert. Netjies 'n poging van Joubert. Die linkerbuispier van hom lyk so bietjie of hy daar vir hom 'n bietjie kan pla. Baie swaar verbind, maar tot dusver het André Joubert nie 'n voet verkeerd gesit nie. Natal wat die afgelope 10 jaar 16 wedstryde teen die Vrystaat gespeel het, 10 daarvan gewen het. Het ook hulle laaste 2 kragmetings teen Vrystaat hier in Bloemfontein gewen. Gaan probeer om dit vandag 3 in 'n ry te maak. Grant Ross, Bartman wat bykom. Die patroon word weer dieselfde. En dan stel hulle hom beskikbaar. Jameson, Stransky, beproef vir André Joubert. Muir kom baie vinnig deur. Natalers het besit. Iemand sluit vir Thompson. Maar Natal kry wat hulle wil hê, die bal, en hier kom hulle. Dis Penrose wat baie mooi kom werk soek het. Tony Watson wat ondersteun en gaan die verdediging van die Vrystaat hou. Dis Stransky en die tweede drie is daar.
Maar dit was pragtige hanteerwerk. Ondersteuning na die bal toe. Baie goeie beweging.
Dis waar dit begin het. Stransky na Penrose wat pragtig kom aansluit het. Watson wat baie mooi gestuit word daar deur Henry Honeyball, maar Stransky is by hom te ondersteun en af te rond. Dit was Stransky se 5de 3 van die seisoen en daar's nou net 'n enkele puntjie verskil. Sien hy sukkel vanmiddag so 'n bietjie, 2 pogings reeds gehad paal toe. Maar kon nog nie die kol tref nie, en as hy dit nou maak, dan gaan Natal die eerste keer in hierdie wedstryd die voortou neem. Stransky vanmiddag sy skopskoen in Durban laat lê. Vrystaat klou dus vas aan daardie voorsprong, maar dit krimp net 'n enkele puntjie nou, 29 minute verstreke. En so lyk dit van agter die pale. Stransky wat die verdediging trek. Watson wat baie netjies binnekant toe kom. Die Vrystaatse verdediger om die verkeerde voet vang en sien daar 'n pragtige laagvat van Honeyball. Maar Watson stel hom beskikbaar en Stransky rondaf.
Ek wil daarbey aansluit, Christo, dat Henry Honeyball se dekverdediging is nou skitterend hierdie jaar. Ek dink hy is seker een van die loskakels wat dit die beste doen op die oomblik in die land.
Ja, dat is goud werd hierdie verdediging van hom vir Vrystaat. Stuart Landman. Hy is maar 21 jaar oud hierdie slot. 2 meter lang. Kry hom weg, nie skoon nie. Henry Vivier is op die veld. Brendan Venter in die leë kassie. Wie gaan hom in die hande kry? Penrose wat pragtig die bal in die hande kry.
Now he ran into his own man.
Sakkie, ek het nou vir Henry Vivier daar op die veld gesien. Ek wonder of Stompie Fourie van die veld af is. Lyk tog so.
Ja, dit lyk tog of dit Stompie is.
Henry Vivier nou die reserve. Dit is Penrose wat ook 'n probleem daar het, maar Vivier die reserve dan op die veld in die plek van Stompie Fourie. Nou dit kan wees dat dit daar waar hy die stamp gekry het met die bots toe Rudy Visagie teen hom vasgehardloop het, dat hy waarskynlik daar 'n besering opgedoen het en nie gelukkig voel nie en die veld verlaat het. Brendan Venter in die leë kassie met die Natalse verdedigers pragtig daar in 'n ry. Penrose, man wat Juris Edwards se skoene baie mooi vol staan. En dan, nou ja, lyk dit vir my het dalk 'n hou daar in die ribbes of in die maag gekry. Die interestappellyn van Natal hier op die skerm as we hier ingooi.
Sit break up.
Nou ja, Wewe het natuurlijk ook vir Griekwas gespeel, baie lank, center. Vrystaat wat 'n bietjie sukkel en swaar kry nou in die lyn in die skrams.
Die voorry van jou gaan skuins in. Nommer 1 gaan hier heeltemal skuins.
Baie duidelik meneer Burger wat daar sê die Vrystaatse voorry het skuins ingegaan. En geleentheid vir Natal om weg te kom hier uit hulle halfgebied uit, maar Stransky die sukkel so bietjie met sy skopwerk.
Vrystaat met 'n nuwe skramskakel kan natuurlik hierdie eerste rukkie probleme kry in die skram want die koördinasie en dinge is uit op die oomblik. Hulle sal eers mekaar met gewoonte word.
Ja, dis Henry Wewe. Blakeway, Baartman baie prominent en is weer Hannibal wat hom stuit. Jameson en hier kom Natallers. Rudy Versaghi. Andrew Eiken wat verder gevoer het. En as Natal hierdie bal kan kry, is daar groot probleme vir Vrystaat en hulle kry hom. Dis Jameson. Kan hy die gaping kry? Hannibal wat weer eens bykom. Natal wat ook hierdie bal gaan kry. Een na die ander losbal wat hulle nou inpalm. Vrystaat wat moet bal gooi. Blakeway, Penrose, hy gaan hard neergesit word deur Brendan Venter. Maar as daar nie voordeel kom nie, meneer Burger wat baie mooi gewag het vir die voordeel. Vrystaat wat onkant gegaan het en 'n strafskop aan Natal. Nou ja, 'n wedstryd of ten minste die eerste helfte wat op in hierdie stadium twee baie duidelike fases gehad het. Vrystaat na die eerste 20 minute in beheer, ook 9 punte aangeteken. En toe Natal wat begin terugkom het, skielik asof die masjien op al die ratte begin loop het en veral ook voorlangs met hulle dryfspel die fondament gelê het, die basis gelê het vir die spel. Kom ons kyk net hoe lyk dit daar. U sien in die gebroke spel Natal baie goeie groot voorsprong daar op die Vrystaat. Lyn staan in Vrystaat die voorsprong. Skrams ook baie gelyk op, maar is daar in die gebroke spel waar die Natallers dan veral met hierdie dryfspel van hulle elke keer die sake baie mooi dikteer en vir hulle agterlyn volop hardloopkans gee.
Dis baie waar. As jy die gebroke spel, as jy die losbal kan wen, dan is dit daarom 'n groot bate. Jy weet, jou verdedigende agterlyn is nie in posisie nie en jy kan hardloop. En die verrassingselement is ook daarby. En dis waarom Natal so goed vaar op die oomblik in hierdie laaste 10 minute.
En hulle kom ook met daai dryfspel oor die voordeellyn.
Ja, hulle is by mekaar. Hulle speel na die bal toe. Jy weet, kort dryf na die bal toe en dis 'n gevaarlike beweging om te stop. Ek bedoel, dis moeilik om dit te stop.
Stransky, kan hy hierdie keer die goal tref? Ja. Natal neem die voortou. 2 punte met 6 minute speeltyd wat oorbly. Natalse ondersteuning hier op die paviljoen. Dat hulle stem baie duidelik hoor. Henry Hannibal loskakel van Vrystaat. Ja, dis 'n boerseun daar van Bergwil en Natal. En nou is dit die Vrystaat se Hannibal wat hierdie bal binne speelveld kan hou nie en dan word daar beduie, lyk dit vir my na Andre Kloete toe. Strafskop aan Natal. Penrose wat nader geroep word. Nou dit is nie veel van 'n hoek wat hy het nie. Hy is letterlik teen aan die kantlyn. En dis die resultaat.
Andre Kloete het nou wel die strafskop teen hom daar gekry, maar hy is een van die weinige manne wat elke keer opgaan vir die bal, wat skitterend opgaan.
En in die lyn staan het Natal nou 'n bietjie nader gekruip wat balbesit aanbetref. Vrystaat wat net nou redelik ver voor was. Rudy Versaghi wat goed speel. Grant Ross ondersteun, Baartman alomteenwoordig. Blakeway neem verder. Jameson, Stransky, Thompson. En ongelukkig vir hom net so 'n bietjie staan.
Dit is my baie mooi hoe die Natalse agterlyn skuif in posisie in. om die een man oor te bewerkstellig. Hulle doen dit skitterend.
Botha Iman, Vrystaat kaptein. Landman spring pragtig. Al twee hande raak gevat. Meneer Burger nie tevrede nie.
Skrimlyn staan.
Ja, Vrystaat het skeef ingegooi. Natal kan by die skrim dan ingooi. Beter skram deur Vrystaat. Stransky. Watson jaag. Joubert gaan nie baie tyd hê nie, want hierdie kerel is baie vinnig. Onderdruk, 'n baie goeie poging van Andre Joubert.
Andermaal weer 'n skitterende verdediging van Henry Hannibal.
Ja, hy doen op die verdediging die werk van 'n vierde losspelspeler. Vir die Vrystaat goud werd. Landman. Rudy Versaghi, Kebbel. Soos dit gedoen moet word, laag die Natalers in. Blykwy ook weer prominent. Weer Blykwy wat hom gaan haal. Jameson, Stransky, maar meneer Burger nie tevrede nie.
Dit is baie duidelik dat 'n mens die dryfspel ook kan oordoen. Jy weet 'n mens wil graag tweede fase afdwing, maar as jy te ver met hom gaan, dan kan jy later aan probleme kry, want die ander lyn agterlyn kom in posisie, jy weet Christo, en dit skep probleme. Dit het nou daar gebeur.
Kwartlyn van die Vrystaat hierdie. Hannibal. Hy was onder druk, maar hy kan tevrede voel met hierdie ene.
Wat ek daarbey bedoel, Christo, die vinnige losbal kan 'n mens altyd na die toekant van die veld toe ook speel. Jy weet die afwisseling kry. En dan raak hy gevaarlik.
Net binne Natal se halfgebied. Lawton, Australiër, 'n man wat van so 120 kg. Verleen baie gewig in die Natalse pak. Botha Iman. Vrystaat se ondersteuning nie dadelik by nie.
Staan wit. Skrim na Kelbol.
Daar kan 'n mens baie duidelik sien, Sakkie, dat waar Natal saam dryf in die bal het. Botha Iman nie baie ondersteuning van sy spanmaats gehad het.
Ja, dit is regtig so.
Jameson, hy speel hier aan die klein kantjie. Joubert in posisie en hierdie Watson is daarom vinnig. Joubert wat besluit om te hardloop. En hy hardloop homself vir die moeilikheid. Nico van der Walt. Op die middellyn. Jameson, Stransky en hulle gebruik baie min hulle agterlyn. Oh, dit is 'n uitstekende poging van Stransky. Sit hom neer net waar hy hom wil hê en Natal is in 'n baie sterk aanvallende posisie.
Natal kry skitterende balle en dan Stransky het genoeg tyd om te besluit wat hy wil doen. En as jy spasie en tyd het, kan jy daarin baie maak in hierdie spel van ons.
Baie belangrike ingooi vir Frans Cronje hierdie. Hy sal sy slotte absoluut sy springers moet vind.
Goed, dan kan hulle 5 van Natal asseblief. Gaan oor. Dankie.
Want as hierdie Natalers nou baie hard gaan asemhaal, dan gaan hulle oor die doellyn wees. Landman, pragtig. Albei hande, beweeg. Dis nie waar dit moet wees nie. Watson in posisie. Chase van Tonner is daar om hom neer te trek. Ook Nico van der Walt. Ewen Skeepers het uitgehaal. In die hande van Stransky. Botha Iman in posisie. Nou ja, skoonvang benut deur Botha Iman. En die Vrystaat gaan 'n goeie skop van hom nodig hê om weg te kom hier van hulle kwartgebied af en is Ewen Skeepers wat baie krippel is. Skeppers wat, kom ons kyk, dit is Vivier wat skop daar. Watson pragtig onder hom in. Van Tonder wat neertrek. Eben Skeppers kry nou die bal in die hande. Hier kom hy met hom. En moontlik aan die skop daar en met die verdediger wat daar was, dalk bietjie sleg geval daar. Of 'n stamp gekry. Maar hy lyk reg en Poteheman die skop uit en rustyd breek aan met die Natallers. Dan voor met daardie 2 punte 11-9, 2 goeie drieë gedruk deur Watson en deur Stransky. En dit is die Natallers wat dan in die tweede helfte van hierdie helfte baie goed teruggekom het met daardie 2-3. Die Vrystaat 9-3 vinnige strafskoppe aan die begin van die helfte. Maar Natal wat stadig maar seker deurgekom het. So lyk die sake daar in die gebroke spel. Natal nog steeds met daardie goeie voorsprong. Vrystaat wat klou aan hulle voorsprong aan die lyn staan. Andersins verloop sake baie gelyk op. En ons sien uit na 'n baie interessante tweede helfte met Vrystaat dan die wandjie bietjie van agter. Maar daar lê 'n opwindende tweede helfte voor.
Net hierna die tweede helfte van die kragmeting tussen die Vrystaat en Natal.
Hier kom die rasle weer 'n keer. Reg verwerk, reg verspeel. Hy's vir ons wat graag baljaar en vir ons wat speel so waar. Enige vraag kan jy maar laai. Of koers van strand toe en laat vaai. Wil jy pronkerig pad langs seil? Kry 'n drifter, dis nou styl. En hy sal altyd by jou staan met 5-spoed ekonomie. Want hy's 'n meester rasler.
Top Sport brings you 3 great rugby videos. Battle of the Giants, the 1986 New Zealand Cavaliers Tour of South Africa, a battle that shook the rugby world to the core. In from the Cold chronicles the 2-week International 15 Tour of South Africa, a test series which briefly thawed the cold breeze of South Africa's sporting isolation. Based on the book by Chris Gravenstein's Springbok Saga, the great moments and players in Springbok rugby from 1977 to 1986. All 3 from Top Sport Marketing. Phone Johannesburg 714-8080.
Net voordat ons weer oorskakel na Bloemfontein, eers 'n bietjie sokkernuus uit Engeland, daar waar Manchester United en Liverpool op Wembley teen mekaar speel in die Charity Shield wedstryd. Na 15 minute se spel is daar nog geen doele aangeteken nie en die telling is 0-0. 2 ander A-afdeling wedstryde word dan natuurlik ook vandag gespeel. In Kaapstad, waar die Weselike Provinsie teen Noord-Vrystaat speel, is die WP voor met 13 punte teenoor 12. En in die Baai, waar Transvaal sy wedstryd teen die OP moet wen om in die wedloop te bly, is die Rooibontes voor met 9 punte teenoor 6 van die Oostelike Provinsie. Natal wat dan voorloop na die eerste helfte in sy wedstryd teen Vrystaat met 11 punte teenoor 9. Vir die tweede helfte van die wedstryd kom ons skakel oor na ons kommentaarspan in Bloemfontein.
Well, here we are as the teams are just having their final chats from the captains, and Free State starting to take up their positions. And this was a very good try work by Natal. As we see Cheese van Tonder coming away, then Andrew Blackway, who got over the advantage line very well. Look at the support from the Natal players. Andrew Aitken in there very quickly. Rudy Pisaki took it on. Now look for the lovely handling. Jamison gets it away to Stransky. Thompson's pass was beautiful out to Tony Watson. And then for the sprint champion, just the try line. Well, you can see that Natal, through their loose forwards, have had a little bit of the better of the broken play. Free State started off in fine form, and those 3 penalties to Andre Joubert, it was mistakes by Natal, but Andre Joubert, who in fact Free State camping down in the Natal half, and at that stage Natal looked really complacent, but Craig Jamison, never one to give up, was clapping his hands behind the forwards, trying to get them going, and eventually, after 22 minutes, Natal came onto the scoreboard with that fine try by Watson. Joel Stransky with the second half. Joubert. certainly seen in the latter part of the first half that Tommy Lawton was starting to find Rudy Pisaki very well this time. Pisaki moved to the back of the line out, marked by Andre Kluter. You see Pisaki getting the tap down to Blakeway. Jamison Stransky. Nice little dart by the fly half, getting past Cheese van Tonder. You hear that Craig Jamison, go Rudy, go Rudy, go Rudy, and Craig Jamison's in the open. Support coming from Guy Kibble as he so nearly got in there. Good tackle from Cheese van Tonder. Cheese van Tonder, who's a very good ball player, reading the play well. Fries and Natal pushing before the ball was in. Andre Joubert. And Andre Joubert's found some good touch finders. Lovely little dart by Neil Penrose. This will gain a bit of ground for Natal. A good rolling, bouncing kick by Neil Penrose, who's come in as a substitute for the vastly experienced Hugh Rees-Edwards and done a fine job. A lot of pace has Neil Penrose. Adds a little bit of a dimension to Natal's attacking and defensive methods. See Jamison taking up the hooker's position again. This time it's Tommy Lawton. Got the ball unexpectedly, but makes it over the advantage line well. Val Bartman taking it on. Good ball for Jamison. Stransky. That's a nice little dart there by it was Jeremy Thompson, and back for it is Andre Joubert. That little body movement by Jeremy Thompson, just straightening the defenders up and creating the gap for that grubber, which was just expecting a little bit too much from his outside backs in terms of pace. We haven't seen too much of Dave Spence on the left wing. He hasn't really had too many opportunities, but we've seen a lot of Blakeway. Tackled by Kluter. Very quickly in there was Vivier, who was slightly out of position, or caught slightly unawares, but he manages to get it back to Honeyball. Penta, Skierpers on the short run, as Stransky was onto it very quickly. Tackled by Joubert. Honeyball as well, who's no slouch in terms of tackling for a fly half. Probably the most committed defensive fly half in South Africa.
Just wait. Black.
Natal just moving in slow motion, but Jeremy Thompson isn't. He's got Pisaki on the inside, but he finds Aiken. He's got Pisaki in support. Can the big man make it over? Back for it is Vivier. The referee indicating a penalty.
Yeah, obstruction on the play of the ball. Play without the ball. He was playing without the ball. Ball alsjeblieft. Now the scrum was played without the ball.
Well, no nonsense from Mr. Vlietberger. And Andre Joubert does the necessary.
Well, a bit of relief there for Orange Free State, and something which was fairly noticeable thus far in the second half is that Natal very clearly now want to play other side the advantage line of Orange Free State and behind their forwards, which they've done very well in the game thus far. And for that last move of Orange Free State, we saw them spinning the ball down their back line, but getting nowhere near that advantage line. And there's going to be a lot of pressure on them in this half.
Helgard Miller. With a good clearance, taking play up to just right on the halfway line. It's interesting that two of the most experienced centres in South African rugby, Helgard Miller and Dani Gerber, who both played over 100 provincial games for their provinces, now find themselves on the wing. Tommy Lawton getting it back to Jamison. Stransky. Once again, a very good kick by Charles Stransky. That's exactly what the Natal forwards want, and I'm sure Rudy Pisaki will be very happy with that. unfortunate for Free State. The Free State crowd don't enjoy that, but Mr. Burger was right on the spot.
Wait for the ball.
Good jump by Stuart Lund.
No, wait. Ball's over there. Let's wait for the ball.
Few options open to Joel Stransky here. Will Jamison go on the short side as Stransky started his run early? We saw him just coming into the picture there. He was going to try and barge over the advantage line, but Natal forwards holding it well. Trying to get a good shove on. Andrew Aitken control at the back of the line out. They'll need some support from the big blocks. You can see the little Free State scrum half. Vivier even trying to lead his weight there. Good driving by Natal as Jamison tries to work his way over. Well, Craig Jamison certainly not shy in being committed. Slight little altercation with Cheese van Tonda there.
Very solid scrumming there from the Natal side, and just when they needed that little bit of extra push and that little bit of extra pressure, it was forthcoming from the forwards, and led there by Tommy Lawton, pushing the Free State forwards back some 5-6 meters. Here's Jamison now looking over the top of the scrum. He's already talking to the referee, but sees a situation where he could pick it up and maybe go straight through that scrum, but unfortunately just falling over his own feet there, and some good defensive work there by Henry Honeyball in closing him down. But still a lot of pressure on Orange Free State now, right on their try line, and well, it's a Natal ball, I think.
Well, we've seen some very good scrumming from Natal, with Tommy Lawton lending that huge 119-kilogram frame to the scrum. This time Natal will have to let it come in quick as Andrew Aitken trying to force his way over. Support from Jamison. Can they go over? They go over. The referee's awarded the try. Well, one must say that's a forward try, but eventually it was Val Bartman who must be credited with it. The pat on the back from his flank mate, Andrew Blakeway, and Val Bartman in for the try.
Well, this was perhaps inevitable there, as Aitken choosing, rather than to have the extra drive, to pick it up and drive round the side of that scrum. And just look at the loose forwards there. Blakeway, Aitken, Bartman. Try credited to Bartman.
Well, for Joel Stransky, 1 out of 4 is certainly not up to his high standards, but he was successful with his last penalty, and of course got over for a try. This would make Free State have to score twice, and it's good.
Full credit to Craig Jamison for persevering with Joel Stransky in this match. He didn't start off kicking very well. His general play perhaps lacked the stamp of authority that it normally has, but he's come right now, and it's Aitken there with that drive. Just look how beautifully he gets over that advantage line, and the support play there from Blakeway and Bartman, and Blakeway cleverly helping Val Bartman just over the try line.
Well, Val Bartman in that situation is almost unstoppable. Well taken by Pisaki. Jamison quickly out to Stransky. A lot of people earlier on, certainly last season, were a little bit critical of Craig Jamison in the fact that they felt that he just floated the ball out to his fly half, but he's very quickly onto it. Eastern Province taking the lead against Transvaal, and Western Province been given a hard fight by Northern Free State down at Newlands. Good work by Kluter. Support there from Landman. Can he get it back to Vivier? Honeyball, Penta, Skierpers. We haven't seen too much of the Free State wings today. They're both very good runners. Once again, Chris Badenhorst doesn't get the ball from a full line movement. The Natal defense up very quickly. A little bit of a hold up for an injury here. I think it could be, it's either Andrew Blakeway or Grant Ross. See Andrew Blakeway standing up there. So. Could be the New Zealand lock who's in a little bit of trouble, and there you see how the Free State had put the ball into the line out 16 times to 12, and it's in the broken play that, in fact, Free State coming back at Natal a little bit, but still Natal dominating in that area.
Perhaps the difference there, Hugh, has been as well that Natal have utilised that position a little bit better than Orange Free State have, and well, just reward with those 3 tries to none.
Now we've got Rudy Fisaki, that is Grant Ross, who received the attention. Rudy Fisaki at 2 making the catch. So he's varying, and Natal are varying their play in that line out, using Fisaki to good effect. Landman, Johan Steiger cleaning it up. Support from Kees van Tonder, Vivier, Honeyball. The long ball to Brendan Venter, doubling around as Jurgen Skeepers, but Helfhard Miller can't catch it. Tony Watson very quick to seize on it for Muir to Thompson. Thompson waiting for the support to come up. Blackway goes in there. This is a good ball for Natal as Jamison tries to find the opening. Tommy Lawton, using his bulk and size, couldn't stay on his feet. Well tackled by Honeyball. Jamison again for the 4th time in possession. Can he get it out? This is Andrew Aitken. Kees van Tonder onto it very quickly, picks up well. He's well tackled by Aitken. Blakeway cleaning up for Natal. Quickly onto it there was Dick Muir getting it away to Tony Watson. No room to move. Vivier, the replacement scrum half, but that could be out on the full. No. And an awkward bounce. And this can't be too good for Natal, because Grant Ross, who's been in the thick of things in their driving play, they don't use him too much in the lineouts, but his weight is necessary in their driving play, and he's hobbling around a bit, and a little bit of trouble to Tommy Lawton as well. Tommy Lawton, who's playing his 2nd game for Natal this season. He came up here with the Free State side for the Lion Cup game, but in their little run around that sides have in the afternoon before the game, they normally come to the stadium and just have a little light game of touch, and Tommy Lawton felt something pull in his leg, and so they flew the replacement hooker up. He flew all over the country and had a storming game. That was Wayne Mitchell, who played in that game for Natal when they won by 42 points to 6. Fisaki doing so much. He's getting 90% of Natal's ball in the lineouts. Good ball for Jamison just to control kicking wise. Helfhard Muller judging it well. Little apology there from Craig Jamison for wasting that possession. Landman with a lot of support from his captain, Footy Heeman, tackled by Blakeway is Vivier. This is good period of play for Natal. Stransky just keeping it tight. And that, well, these forwards won't be too happy with the halfbacks if they keep kicking the way, if they keep winning possession and they don't find that extra 20-30 meters of territory.
Well, despite those 2 kicks out on the full, Natal remain down in the Free State half, which is really where they want to be. And, well, sometimes it's good just to have that little variation of options. I suppose they have the backs, Stransky and Jamison have the backs outside them, eager to get the ball, but perhaps just for that little bit of variation, it's a good thing to kick back into the box, and a little misdirected, and see injury at the moment to Dougie Heymans, but he's back on his feet again and ready to do battle in Bloemfontein.
Well, now we have a Natal player, it could be Grant Ross again, who's receiving a bit of attention. For those of you who have might have just joined us, Natal leading by 17 points to 9. 15 minutes gone in the second half. Vivier, Honeyball, seen that there was a lot of open space for Blackburn. The cover comes, that's a good take by Brendan Venter. Can he find the support? Van Tonder knocks on. The referee waiting for advantage. There isn't any. Clever reading of the play there by Henry Honeyball as he saw the Natal backs were very quickly up on defence, and there was a lot of space between the back line and Neil Penrose. One wonders whether this Natal player is really seriously injured or has just gone down to give Grant Ross a little bit of time to recover.
Let's play.
Andrew Blakeway, who's just... he's always in the thick of things, is Andrew Blakeway, and never one to really sham an injury. You see him taking up the lock position as we still have attention to Grant Ross as he's getting some strapping from the Natal doctor, Stransky. Certainly the Natal half-backs in defence have had a lot of time to get their clearance kicks in. Good control from the forwards. Luntman doing well for Free State. Honeyball, Willie gets his backs in motion nicely as Joubert comes into the back line. He's well tackled by Jeremy Thompson. Stransky's also in there. That ball worked out by Brendan Venter to Schippers. Puerto Himan in the back line. He's got support on the outside from Helfat Miller. He's tackled by Tony Watson, gets it well into Brendan Venter. Nice cover from Joel Stransky. Good driving play by the Free State forwards as they get Natal going backwards. Well, we have Grant Ross coming back onto the field with his leg heavily strapped, his left knee. And he goes to take his position up from the left lock on the Natal engine room. Certainly tremendously improved Natal front row and Guy Kibble. You see the pressure there. He's putting on Dougie Haymans, Guy Kibble and Loot Muller. Come on in leaps and bounds as front rankers for Natal. They must be enjoying the weight behind them that they're not too used to. Mr. Burger wants them to scrum again as Puerto Himan it was who made ground for Free State there. Vivier wants the feed from Himan. Honeyball. A lot of dummy running going on in the Natal backs as Penrose can't gather it in. Down on it goes David Spence. Now Spence did well to get back and fall on that ball. I think we've said before that David Spence is the son of the great Malcolm Spence. I was just trying to recall today the 400 meters relay team in the 1960 Rome Olympics. I know that Malcolm Spence and Gordon Day and then the great Gert Potgieter was injured, so Judge Jeffrey I think was the one. I couldn't remember who the other one was. Trivial pursuit question. Craig Jamison, Stransky. Of course that was the year in which Cassius Clay won the light heavyweight boxing championship.
You really are a hive of information this afternoon, aren't you, Hugh Bladen? Well, it looks like Tommy Lawton's got a problem there as well, and he's standing outside of that line out, and
no, let's play. No, let's play.
Seems to be struggling. He's coming to rejoin the line out now, but doesn't look all that happy. It looks like he's troubled by a stomach injury.
Let's move on, mate. Let's get.
Well, it looks like John Allen is warming up. Vivier, Honeyball, getting it out to Schippers. Here comes Andre Joubert, well tackled by Dick Muir. Very quickly in there was Stransky. Doing good work as a fly half to win that second phase for Natal. They're just not really getting going at the moment.
Nou ja, daar bly 20 minute oor in hierdie tweede helfte. 20 minute in hierdie wedstryd. Die Natalers daar die voorsprong van 8 punte. En dit is Jameson wat hom het, Stransky, Elgard Miller. Hy besluit om aan te val. Skeepers het dit. Hy het vir Badenhorst aan sy buitekant. Natal se verdediging is baie goed. Vrystaat kom nie oor die voordeellyn nie. Beweeg in die moeilikheid as Vrystaat bietjie terugspeel. Landman uit na Badenhorst toe. 'n Wedstryd wat vir my baie die patroon van die Lion beker wedstryd hier volg. Sakkie vroeër die seisoen. Vrystaat wat bal besit het, dan 'n bietjie terugspeel, Natal wat vorentoe gaan, bal besit kry en dan eenvoudig maar weer aangaan.
Ja, Christo, ek stem definitief daarmee saam. As Vrystaat se losvoorspelers moet ook bietjie vinniger by die losbal bykom.
Daar kom John Allen op die veld as Tom Lawton van Australië, die hakker, of dan die Natalers se hakker, die veld verlaat. 10 trefstappellyn van Vrystaat. Jameson, Natal wat 10 man rugby speel. Joubert in posisie met 'n skoonvang, Baartman by hom. En Jameson en Stransky wat baie van die skopskoen gebruik maak en net wanneer hulle binnetref afstand van die Vrystaat kom dryf, dan tweede fase afdwing en dan 3 gaan druk. Hulle 3 van hulle tot dusver gedruk. Gebruik baie min hulle agterlyn. So lyk sake daar op Nieuweland in die Kaap. Net 5 punte verskil. Andrew Aiken. Op die Vrystaat Stadion, Natal voor met 17 punte teenoor 9. 3-3 gedruk oor die geen van die Vrystaat. Nico van der Walt van die Vrystaat was lank beseer. Dood iemand agter hom. Landman doen reserve vir Vrystaat voor die lyn staan. Vivier, Hannibal. Soekie gaping, verdediging van Natal hou. Skeepers is in daar. Evan Skeepers nog steeds aan die gang en is Evan Skeepers Natal se verdediging wat hou. Kan Vrystaat hierdie bal in die hande kry? Botha Iman wat optel. Na Hannibal, na Brendan Venter. Net buite die kwartgebied van Natal. Cronje, Hannibal. Bedoel vir Elgard Miller. Jameson het teruggeval met 'n skoonvang. Maar 'n goeie loop hier deur Evan Skeepers. Vrystaat het gevaarlik gelyk, maar volpunt aan Natal vir goeie verdediging.
Dis definitief of daar so 'n bietjie oplewering by Vrystaat op die oomblik is, as hulle weer wil terugkom in die wedstryd.
Hulle bly 17 minute oor Sakkie en die agterstand is 8 punte. Natal 3 pragtige gedruk. Frans Cronje. Botha Iman. André Kloete neem verder, is sy verjaardag vandag. Cheese van Tonner. Vivier, Hannibal. Elgard Miller wat hom net nie in die hande kan kry nie.
Asof daar skielik meer plan is in die Vrystaat se aanval. Die bal daar reg gespring het, kon dit probleme gewees het.
Hulle kry ook 'n bietjie meer balbesit. Sakkie Natal het veral die laaste gedeelte van die eerste helfte en die begin van die tweede helfte geweldig balbesit gehad. Natal Vrystaat het baie min gehad om hier aan te val.
Ja, en daarbey kwaliteit bal ook. Balle wat 'n mens regtig iets mee kon doen het.
Misverstand tussen Cronje en sy springers blyk hoe hy het gedryf. André Joubert wat teruggejaag word tot binnekant sy kwartgebied met daardie rollende bal. As vinnig ingegooi, Jameson het dit. Stransky. André Joubert, baie goeie voorgevoel, wag vir hom, Spence sit hom agterna, maar netjies gespel deur Joubert. oorkant lê weer 'n man. Dit is 'n Vrystaat, baie beserings in hierdie wedstryd. Stompie voor het reeds die veld verlaat. Lawton ook aan die kant van Natal. En nou daar aan die oorkant op die 10 trustabbelyn van Vrystaat lê 'n Vrystaater. Was interessant voor die wedstrijd vandaag. Heeft Natal 20-3 in die Curriebeeker competitie gedrukt, 14 teen hulle. Vrystaat het 21 gedrukt, ook 14 teen hulle. Balbesit in die lyn staan. Vrystaat wat nog steeds hulle neus net so effentjies voor het.
Ja, en ek dink dis baie danksy die skitterende werk van Stewart Landman, die jong slot voor, wat vandag baie goed in die lyn staan ervaar.
En Besagi doen dieselfde vir Natal. 10 treelyn van Vrystaat, Jameson, Stransky, toets weer vir Andre Joubert. Muir en Thompson kom vinnig deur. Slim spel deur Andre Joubert. Nou ja, het kon byna gewerk het. Vinnige dinkwerk deur Andre Joubert daar wat nie diep geskop het en probeer uitskop het soos wat mense sou verwag het nie. En so byna by die Natallers op die verkeerde voet gevang. Maar dit is nou wat belangrik is. In rugby daar moet gedink word. Moet die opponente probeer uitoorlê. Dis wat Andre Joubert daar gedoen het. Allen het vir Skotland gespeel teen die All Blacks vroeër in die seisoen. Blakeway alomteenwoordig. Aitken. Allen. Beweeg vir Brendan Venter, dan Skeepers. Venter wat pragtig ondersteun. Talse verdediging rotsvas. 10 treelyn van Vrystaat. Jameson het dit. Stransky. Sakie en Natal speel veilig, maar 'n mens wonder tog of hulle nie hulle agterlyn 'n bietjie meer kan gebruik nie.
Ja, dit is met die punte voorsprong op die oomblik, lyk dit of hulle 'n bietjie jy weet nie voluit gaan nie. Hulle agterlyn het so skitterend gehardloop in die laaste rukkie sien ons dit nie. Ek sou ook wou sê dat hulle die bal moet die werk laat doen, jy weet, die balle by die punte kry.
Maar nou ja, dit is effektief. Vrystaat, die is meesters om foute uit te byt. Blakeway, Rudy Versaagie, Van der Walt stuit hom. Jameson, Stransky, Dick Muir, Anilia Cassie, Andre Joubert skop deur. Stransky het goed teruggeval, binnekant sy halfgebied. 'n jakkalsdraai van hom, kom by Hannibal verby. Vrystaat se verdediging moet 'n bietjie stadig opkom. Gee die Natallers kans om weer oor die voordeellyn te kom. Dis Muir nou uit na Tony Watson. Hy het spoed en hy het vir uitkan aan sy buitekant en is nog steeds Watson. En 'n leë kolletjie en is hy en 'n styger en dit is Watson en Watson moet eerste daar wees. Ongelooflik. Nou ja, hy is die grootste driedrukker in Natal se rugby geskiedenis. Tony Watson op die middellyn. En dan skop hy daar in 'n leë kolletjie waar daar geen verdediger is nie. Styger die voorryman sit agterna. Chris Badenhorst kom van die leaderskant af, maar Watson is eerste daar. Stransky wat vanmiddag nie baie goed gevaar het met die skoen nie. Maar Natal het 21 punte en hulle is op pad na 'n driekans hier op die stadion teen die Vrystaat. En hulle het 'n oorwinning vanmiddag hier baie nodig om binne trefafstand van Noord-Transvaal te bly en natuurlik ook buite bereik te bly van spanne soos die Oostelike Provinsie en Transvaal in die Vrystaat wat hier van agteraf nog probeer om 'n aanspraak op die Curriebeeker te behou. Maar Natal het 21 as Joel Stransky baie ernstig konsentreer. Keer is dit nie daar nie. 21-9, 10 minute bly oor. Maar 4-3 vir Natal teenoor die geen van die Vrystaat. So lyk dit van agter die pale. Tony Watson. Baie spoed. En daar is geen antwoord wat die Vrystaat daarop het nie. Na die afskop, Natal wat vorentoe beweeg.
Aanslaan. Geen voordeel.
Hier die diskant Guy Kibbel teen Dougie Heymans. Sterk skramwerk van Natal.
Same scrum, same ball.
Bote Human, Vivier vind nie van die bal nie. Venter is in posisie, maar Natal was onkant. Beduie die skeieregter. Dikskoppie deur Brandon Venter. Na Ewen Skeepers, en Ewen Skeepers is nog steeds aan die gang, soek na ondersteuning. Balspat vorentoe as Cronje bykom.
Dit is net asof hulle nie by mekaar kan uitkom nie.
Scrum Natal ball.
As die ondersteuning daar was, kon dit 'n skitterende 3 gewees het.
Ja, Venter het natuurlijk baie vinnig begin, Sakkie. Ek weet nie of al sy spanmaats heeltemal by was nie.
Ja, maar
Ewen Skeepers was wel daar. Jameson kry dit weg.
Ja.
Stransky binnekant sy doelgebied.
Sien, as jy losvoorspelers net daar kon bygekom het, dan kon dit baie gevaarlik gewees het. Ek dink jy weet 'n goeie rugby speler moet altyd gereed wees vir enige ding op die veld. Vir die onverwagte ook. En dit is tog van hierdie vinnige bal wat 'n mens gewoonlik die kans kry om een man oor te bewerkstellig of om met 'n verrassingsaanval te kom.
En Vrystaat het nou 3 nodig as hulle wil punte aanteken. So dit was waarskynlik die regte opsie daar, maar daar word vorentoe beweeg. Deur die Vrystaat
Omkant lyn, ons
tree
punt hier nie, omkant lyn.
Meneer Burger gee die antwoord.
Christo, ek sou wou sien dat die Vrystaat se voorspelers 'n bietjie laer ingaan. Jy weet, veral wanneer Natal ook dryf, dat 'n mens meer teenstand kan bied. Laer teen aan almal ingaan. Ons is baie reg.
Die WP so 'n bietjie verder voor daar op Nieuweland teen Noord-Vrystaat.
Ja, wat ek wil sê, die Vrystaat se voorspelers is baie regop. Hulle kan gerus 'n bietjie meer in 'n dryfposisie ingaan.
Iemand kry dit weg na Vivier. Hannibal, Ewen Skeepers vat dit baie goed raak. Joubert kry dit laag onder op die voete.
Okay. Scrum down, knock on. The tail ball.
Die Vrystaat se agterlyn is my of nou nie vinnig opkom op die aanval nie. Sakkie bietjie terughou en dan ook die aangeewerk is laag onder op die spanmaat se voete. Hy kan sterk agste man hier hê. Andre Joubert wat hom neertrek.
Good knock on. Freestyle ball.
Vrystaat het kan asemhaal. Natal het aangeslaan. So lyk die sake in die scrums. Geen vaskop nie, maar Natal se besit is soveel skoner as Vrystaat se. Vivier wag vir hom. Agtertoe na Henry Hannibal en hy gaan groot verligting bring. Dis wel Bartman, hy het sy hart uitgespeel, maar het ook 'n stormram 3 gedruk. Chees van Tonner. En Natal neem hom jou werklik waar af. Maar nie sonder dat hulle fouteer het nie, strafskop aan die Vrystaat. Moet iemand beduie van die bal, skop hom uit so ver as wat jy kan. En so naby as wat jy kan aan Natal se doellyn en hy vra of hy doen wat sy kaptein vir hom gevra het. John Allen. Rudy Versaghi in beheer. Jameson. Na Stransky. Andre Joubert, prachtige heiligheid. Brendan Venter na Hannibal. Hannibal nog steeds Hannibal. Baie mooi ondersteun deur Andre Joubert. Chris Badenhorst aan die oorkant. Vrystaat soek die losbal.
Dit was 'n baie beter poging. Pragtige hanteerwerk daar. Het Chris Badenhorst wat oorgegaan het na die linkerkant van die veld toe.
3 minute amptelike speeltyd wat oorbly en 'n gerieflike voorsprong aan Natal. Vrystaat stamp aan die lyn staan, word gestraf. Joe Stransky benut dan die strafskop. Ja, dit is die Natalers wat in hierdie wedstryd 4-3 gedruk het. Vrystaat kon nog nie een keer die Natalers se doellyn oorstep nie. Ook in daardie Lionbeker wedstryd so 6 weke gelede was die Natalers wat die 3 ingeryg het. Vrystaat kon toe ook nie vir die Natalers se doellyn kom nie. Kan dit nou gebeur? Dis Vivier. Cheese van Tonner.
Christo, ek sou wil sien dat die bal die werk doen. Jy weet, die manne gaan vir my 'n bietjie te ver met die bal. Want hulle hom uitgee dan is hulle in so 'n posisie dat die aansluiting nie kan bykom.
Ja, en hulle is ook 'n bietjie individueel terwyl die Natalers baie meer saam onder 'n kombers toegemaak kan word. Maar is dus altyd 'n man by om verder te voer. Vivier, Hannibal, Venter, Chris Badenhorst wat dit pragtig van sy tone af optel. Hy kan het teruggeval met 'n skoonvang.
Jy gaan my 10 tree terug, ek dek 10 yards. Gaan 10 tree terug. Gaan dit 10 tree terug. Here's the mark, I'm on the mark.
Ja, Burger het sy instruksies gegee en Eiken vind vir Andre Joubert. Rudy Versaghi het teruggeval. Na Penrose, langs die oorkantste kantlyn af. Goed verdedig deur Stuyger. Watson neem verder. Baartman al uit. Stransky. Hy gaan die Vrystaat baie ver terugjaag as hierdie bal kan uitgaan. Andre Joubert hou die bal of die oog hier op die manne hier voor hom. 3 van hulle wat baie vinnig deurkom. En het al baie ver veld gewen. Een minuut amptelike speeltyd wat oorbly. Natal voor met 21-9. En hulle gaan 2 baie waardevolle Currie-Beeker punte hier insamel. Noord-Transvaal is nog steeds voor na hulle 2 punte gisterand in Pretoria. Hulle het 16, Natal nou op 15 of gaan op 15 staan. Versaghi deflecteer. Baartman, Eiken, Jameson, Stransky, Thompson, Muir en onderskep deur Helgaard Miller gaan uit die spoed hê. Stransky sit hom agterna. Cheese van Tonner is by. John Allen kom by. Maar mens moet krediet gee vir die Natalers se verdedigingssak.
Hulle het skitterend verdedig die hele tyd. Jy weet maar hulle sit die druk ook so geweldig op en hulle kry sulke skoon kwaliteit bal. En met sulke balbesit kan 'n mens dan regtig waar jy weet
sake dikteer.
Sake dikteer definitief.
Skoppie van Vivier teruggeval deur Watson na Penrose. Hy sal moet skop want daar's oorgedra. Baie tyd tot sy beskikking. En 'n goeie skop van hom in die eindfluitjie wat blaas en Natal wat wen met 21 punte teenoor 9. En hulle behaal met daardie oorwinning van hulle 21-9 hulle derde agtereenvolgende oorwinning teen die Vrystaat. Vrystaat